Logical Zay. It's always more than one way to think about anything. King and Queens, I hope everybody's doing good, doing great, taking care of your health, stand to yourself. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the hype button. Pop your ish in the comment section. I will be checking. Keep it respectful. No disrespect. And remember, a slow grind. It's better than no grind. All right, y'all can see by the title, by the thumbnail, what we got going on. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. Before you subscribe to his channel, make sure you subscribe to mine. And let's get into this video in no time. 2nd, 2013, 23-year-old Adrien Broner would capture the WBA welterweight title from Paul Malignaggi, becoming a world champion in a... AB was that guy. Let's be clear about it. He was definitely supposed to be the next Mayweather. No question, no doubt about it. I don't know what the heck happened. I don't know if his spinning habits just got crazy and it got a hold of him. But yeah, he was that guy. He was popping his ish too in the media. He was talking all type of. I remember when he was like, "Yeah, I'm the can man, Mexican, African, anybody can get it." But yeah, he was the truth for sure. But had the waves too, spinning up top and all that. Third different weight class. He was on top of the world. He had everything: speed, good defense, good reflexes, even more power than even Floyd Mayweather. He had it all. He was gifted. And at this time, he was on top of the world.
I'm picking my opponents. My next opponent, I'm gonna let y'all pick. And whoever got the highest percentage, I'm fighting.
His reign looked inevitable. He could not be stopped. And his mentor in homeboy Floyd Mayweather praised him because he had natural talent. But the problem with Adrien Broner was not that he couldn't fight. He was just undisciplined. Even though Floyd Mayweather was a big supporter of his younger friend, Adrien Broner, he became increasingly critical of Broner's lifestyle. Broner was always partying, drinking, and had no focus. He famously said in interviews he didn't know if Broner wanted to be a boxer, rapper, or a porn star.
Talking about, hey, yo, hey, man, what? But I think the money got to him. I think coming from, and of course, this is not to every boxer. I think that, well, I can't think of his name right now. Why I always go blank when I'm doing this? Gervonta Davis. I think Gervonta Davis was able to come from nothing, you know what I mean, and still be able to suppress kind of like the ego and still, you know, be able to be charismatic and pop ish in the media, stuff like that. You know, of course, you know, ticket sale, you fight sale when you are going back and forth and y'all selling wolf tickets to each other, you know what I mean, antagonizing, so on and so forth. But I think he was able to kind of keep his to a level where it didn't surpass his talent. You know what I mean? He didn't end up blowing his money. He didn't get overly cocky with it. You know what I mean? He didn't just go crazy to where, you know, he lost who he was. And I think Adrien Broner just ended up losing who he was. I think he started drinking alcohol, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, as we see now, he just going crazy on the Twitch stuff with, I don't know if it's Twitch or Kick, but he live streaming with Dean the Great. And I like what they doing, but I wish they would dial back on the like overly pushy with the women type. It's like, let's look creepy, bro. All that stuff is funny. When y'all get to like forcing yourself on, it's weird, bro. But yeah, I think he just the fame and the money was coming too fast, and he didn't know how to handle it, and probably had a bad circle around him as well.
Then in 2015, Broner would lose to Sean Porter. And don't get me wrong, Sean Porter was a good fighter, but Broner had more talent than Sean Porter and shouldn't have lost that fight. He also lost to Maidana. And then Floyd Mayweather would keep talking publicly about Broner in his fall off. And by 2016, the two of them would no longer be friends.
Damn!
Broner went down a deep and dark path to losing more fights, getting into more trouble, drinking more alcohol, gaining more weight, and losing more money. Even borrowing money from friends, from boxers, going broke, and just losing everything. Fast forward.
That's crazy.
It's 2026 and Broner has fallen all the way off. It's so bad that he has to explain who he is to people.
I'm actually being very modest. Listen. I'm four-time world champion Adrien Broner.
Dang, look at how different he looked. That's crazy. I don't care what nobody say, man. If you take care of your health, you know what I mean, and you maintain that lifestyle of just, even if you're not in the ring, you still just training and working out, bro, you can still look phenomenal at an older age. Mayweather, prime example. I think Mayweather like what, 40, almost 50? If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Y'all, correct and check me out. But I think he's like mid 40s to close to 50. Still in good shape. Still hitting the, hitting the mid, still hitting the bag. So, yeah, alcohol definitely got bro. Because it's like he little but got a belly. I don't know how to explain this crazy.
Huh? 4-time world champion Adrien Broner. I don't like doing this though.
She don't even know who
world champion Adrien Broner.
She don't know who you are.
Boxer.
Okay.
He's been streaming with like Dean the Great and other people. People who probably once looked up to him. And now he's the little homie, even though he's the big homie. And he looks desperate.
Let's kiss for the chat.
We're not kissing.
That's crazy.
Look at his belly. How I ain't gonna say how you get a belly like that, but how do you allow yourself to get to a point where like you pregnant, man? Come on, AB. What we doing, champion?
I'm not doing that. I'll kiss the chat. I'll kiss the chat.
Kiss the chat.
Julian, where's the seasoning?
Now, this is the crash out that got everybody really talking because, he wanted this girl to kiss him and obviously she wanted to kiss the chat. But, well,
Just like
She gonna be a bitch. I leave though.
No, don't say that. Just these words.
Nah, I don't play with women. All that playing, I don't play with women, gang. I'm really him, bro. I don't I don't care how beautiful a woman is, none of that, bro. I make my own millions. Don't nobody do a round for me.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
Yes. You make millions?
You don't broke, right? Tell me, bro. Rich in spirit, though.
No, right. Yeah. You give me 1,000, I'll cut my beard.
A band? You cut your beard?
Give me a band, I'll cut my beard.
That's right. You went to making millions to cutting off your beard for $1,000. And it really gets worse.
Yeah, Uber. Uber.
Yeah, I came in Uber, yeah.
Uber.
I came in Uber, yeah.
You get Uber?
Do I have Uber? No.
Now he's begging for Uber money and he's just really unraveled. And for a lot of black men out there, if we look at Adrien Broner, it's something to laugh at for certain people because, it's not you that this is happening to. It's happening to somebody else. I can tell you why Adrien Broner is so symbolic because so many black men are Adrien Broner. Remember 50 Cent had the song Wanksta? And then part of the hook was, damn, homie, in high school, you was the man, homie, but the F happened to you. Yeah, that's a lot of brothers out there that end up becoming Adrien Broner. And for some people, it's funny. We can say that, hey, that won't be me. But think about it. For many of us, in certain ways or forms, it has been us. Now, some people have been able to rebound from this. Others have not. There are black men out there that had it your way, just like Adrien Broner was. You had money, you had women, you had cars.
It's like I said on previous videos before that I've done. I think who you were previous to you, stepping into the fame and the money is who you're going to be times 10 once you actually do get to that. And also there are things that can, reroute who you are. Maybe you're not that person, but then you step into this light and you start using alcohol. And again, you start hanging around the wrong people and the fame is coming in abundance. The money is coming. And you start to feel like, nobody can control you. You that man, you that guy. And then now that your ego tends to start to build and it just leads you down the road of self-destruction, man. I ain't gonna fake it. But I'm just gonna stand strong on whoever you were. Even if it was just a little bit of ego, even if it was just a little bit of like, I'm arrogant. I'm feeling myself. I feel like it's only going to amplify the more you get bread and the more you get the notoriety and the more people champion you and you literally become the champion. It starts to boost your ego, but I think the people around you have to keep. But then I can say that, and also too, I can argue with myself and say, but some people do not like to listen. A lot of people are stubborn. They don't like to listen to sound advice. Money Mayweather might have been trying to help Adrien Broner, and he just didn't want to listen to it. Even if you don't like the way Mayweather is giving you advice and telling you, you have to look at how successful he's been. He had retired when he was, you know what I mean, big bro in him, and not in a bad way, but y'all get what I'm saying. When he was giving advice and looking out for him, and he probably was fighting under Mayweather Productions or whatever. Bro, why would you not take advice from somebody like Money Mayweather? It makes no sense. I mean, if his money not going to speak for it, then look at the longevity he's had. Look at him being undefeated. Look at his boxing ability. I mean, come on, bro. So when it's all said and done, yeah, I mean, you can't really blame nobody but yourself. But the other vices and the people you're around definitely add on to the detriment of your success.
Then something happened. Car accident, wife leave you, cancer, disease, and all that you had was gone. And people start treating you different. And you kind of don't know how to deal with it when people treat you different because you're used to being the champ. Because in your mind, you are still the champ. There is no difference between you now and what you used to be. But it is a big difference because you're no longer that person and you got to make a decision. Do I realize that I'm having a problem in my life right now and I need to really lock in and get to where I want to be? Or do I keep telling myself that I got millions when I used to have millions and I never took accountability for my actions? And I'm telling you that when you look at Adrien Broner, a lot of us can see ourselves. We can see ourselves as somebody who saw a person like this, or we can see ourselves as a person becoming like this, or we can see ourselves as a person who never wants to be like this. And I don't think that really is funny. And I'm not trying to say that brothers think it's funny, but it is true. We got to understand, man, that what you have or you get, whatever you believe in, whether it be God, whether it be a higher power, but you are blessed to have what you got. You got to understand, if you have more athletic people than the average person, if you have more intelligence than the average person, you have good looks, good ideas, and you are blessed with that. Adrien Broner was definitely blessed with athleticism. But if you don't actually make the right decisions, you're always not going to have it. You always don't have that leverage in life. You also have to pair your natural talents with great decision making. And so many people believe that we are so special that bad things just can't happen to us. That losses are for those other dudes. It ain't for us. But losses are for everybody. I remember in the church, the old folks would get up there and they would say, God reigns on the just as much as the unjust. Now, the other saying that you see in the scriptures, man born of woman shall surely pass away. I think that we should take a time in our life to look at what's going on with Adrien Broner and approach this with certain levels of humility, because that could be us, okay? Some of us are one mistake, one car accident away, one bad decision away from being Adrien Broner. I mean, I've heard so many stories where a person goes to the bathroom at a nightclub. Somebody slips something in their drink. They come back and take the drink and something happens to them. Their life changes. I had a buddy of mine from Del Paso Heights, and that happened to him. I don't want to call his name because, you know, he was dear to me at a point. I haven't talked to him in years. But one day I came to my grandma's house and I went outside and he was drinking water out the water hose. And I don't know what was going on with him. He had lost his mind. But I mean, this is a person that I went to school with and they were normal. Luckily, like 3 or 4 years from whatever he got hooked on, he came back and he was normal. But for those times, he had lost everything. Understand, when you are doing well, when you got the money, as long as you're giving value to the world.
We're going to stop it right here. We ain't going to drag it on. He's talking about personal things that we're not really here for. I think what Dina Great and what Adrien Broner has, I think it's dope. I think it's entertaining. Again, I think they should kind of like step back from the overly forcing with the women, but at the same time, the internet, I love messy, drama, weird, over the top, extra, you know, I don't want to say it, but yeah, y'all think everything is, you know, greenlit. Y'all really don't have no standards when it comes to things. Y'all think everything is funny, and y'all are desensitized to a lot of things, unfortunately, the internet. And a lot of kids don't care. They laugh at everything. They see a lot of dark stuff on the internet that they shouldn't see, and they're numb to it. They see a lot of disrespectful things, and then y'all wonder why these kids go to school disrespecting these young women and so on and so forth, because they're watching their favorite streamers do it. But I think I just saw a video where Dean was uplifting it and saying how I think he got Adrien Broner's Twitch or his whatever stream that they're using, he got it monetized to where now he can make money. And he was basically saying like, oh, you're going to be making what you was making when you was a boxer, so on and so forth. So I think what Dean is doing to help Adrien Broner is super dope. I think if Adrien Broner could, you know what I'm saying, snap back and get back in shape and all of that, and maybe even try to go for another boxing match, I think that'll be super dope. But just to get him back in the rhythm of, you know, getting his health back intact and taking that bottle away from him and, you know what I mean, helping him build a career back up in any form of fashion, I think it's amazing. So shout out to Dean for that. And shout out to Adrien Broner, man. I know we definitely go through things. And like O'Shea said, man, you never know. You one situation away from losing it all, whether it's dealing with, you know what I mean, a female or dealing with a homeboy who spiteful, setting you up, you know what I mean? Like, or you drinking something and getting behind a wheel. And, you know, it's so many ways that in a blink of an eye, you can lose the things that you glorify and the things that sort of make you who you are. You know what I mean? That's why it's really not good to have too much ego, but always be thankful. Always have a little self pride when it comes to certain things. Of course, you know, champion yourself and how hard you work to get the things you got, but don't over glorify it enough to where you lose your dignity. All right. With that being said, love, peace, and prosperity. Hello or goodbye. Talk to me. Do not yell at me. We elevate until we hit our head. We ain't bleeding yet. Spread love, not hate. I will see y'all when I see y'all. Be great. All right. Gone.